In Black or White, you play a guy named Jeremiah who is the brother of Rowena, who is fighting for custody of her granddaughter. This movie was so interesting to me because there are, I wouldn't say a lot of films, but there are some films that come out that deal with race issues, and this one felt really different.
Right.
Why do you think that is?
Because the tone of this movie is unlike any movie that systematically deals with race that you've ever seen. This movie's about the future. I feel like when you look at this movie, this little girl is the most important focal point in this film. And as parents, we have to realize that our kids aren't born racist. Our kids aren't born sexist. They aren't born homophobic.
Amen.
They're born blank little slates, and we mess them up.
So
you know what
true.
I mean? So I think as with this movie was so important, it makes you realize as a parent, it's my job not to mess up my kid. If my kid grows up and he's not a ignorant racist or a stupid sexist or a dumbass homophobic dude, I've done my job.
Yeah.
I don't care if he works at McDonald's, but if he's a all-encompassing good dude, I've done my job.
Yeah, see, what I loved about the movie is that it's really about love and
Yeah,
teaching tolerance.
100%.
And the thing I love is how these two families have to figure each other out, and it almost transcends the race issue.
And that's why I always say this movie isn't about race. This movie is about the future.
Yeah.
And if you look at race, it comes in 3 different phases: past, present, future. You look at 12 Years a Slave, Selma, Roots. That's all the past. It's there. It's important.
Yeah.
We need to learn about it, keep it present. It's the past. The present, we're still dealing with that. We're still confused about what it means for the two of us to be sitting here together. The future, these little kids need to go and leave all of that behind. And that's why I loved it. That's why when I read it, I loved this movie.
You just gave me goosebumps. I mean, that was amazing. If you ever want a career in politics, I think you have it. Like, I'm sold. Whatever he's just, yes. No, what you're saying is so true.
But as parents, you know, when you see your kid, you're like, this is the only thing on earth that's untainted.
That's right.
And I feel like not enough parents take advantage of that. Let your kid grow up to be the great little person he's going to be.
It's like that quote, be the change you want to see in the world, right? Gandhi.
Right, 100%.
So I think it's Gandhi. God, I hope I'm right.
No, you're right. And you know, my dad always say, I want you to grow up to be 10 times the man that I am. And that's what you want for your kids. If your kids are better than who you are, you've done your job.
Amazing. When you first read the script, did that jump out at you, or was that something, this whole idea of the future of these conversations, did that jump out at you initially, or was it something that grew as you guys were shooting and building a rapport? And talk to me about the message that came through in the script and if it was really there from minute one.
When I read the script, I've literally got a third of the way through it, and I read, and I have a law office scene with Octavia, and there's a speech that I have about stereotypes and profiling as a black man. And when I read that speech, it blew my mind because it was everything I've been trying to figure out to say, but I wasn't smart enough to say in my regular life. And then I called Mike and I was like, I want to do this movie. You have captured, I know so many black women like Octavia, my aunts, my sisters. They would go through hell and hot water for their children. Nobody else, their children. I mean, my sisters, my aunts, my mom sacrificed so much. I mean, just for their children. Nobody else, just their children. And I think that says a lot about, humanity and about the beauty of a woman in a child's life. And I think it's so important, and we forget, like we're so consumed in ourselves, we forget the next generation that's coming behind us and how we're affecting them,
I do. Thank you so much. I could talk to you all day, but that's all the time I have. Thank you.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.